Yo, what's up, guys? How's everyone doing? Okay, so it looks like everyone wants to just do new coins. I'll try and review the old coins quickly. Sorry for the lighting. It's just the time of day here. I wonder if I close this. Is that better? I think so. A little more even. I'll quickly review the old coins, okay, and then we'll do some new shit, right? So episode 2, Shitcoin Summer, Tokyo Grift. How about that for a name? How about that for a name for a minute? Let that one marinate. I came up with that all by myself. Like, you get it? Like Tokyo Drift, but Grift. Like Ben.eth, Ben.eth. He's running the Tokyo Grift right now. He's grifting around some corners with Vin Diesel. And rest in peace, Paul Walker. Okay? He's running that Tokyo Grift. Okay, so no vid on Twitch. There's no video? Can't see me. Oh, hold on. What the fuck's going on? Twitch can't see me? That's not good. Yeah, nothing's showing up on Twitch. I would suggest just go over to YouTube, guys. Sorry if it's not working on Twitch right now. But I don't know how to troubleshoot it without turning it on and off. So yeah, I don't know. Some of you say it's working. I don't know. Anyways, okay, so we'll go over last time's charts. Okay, then we'll go over some new ones. And yeah, this is going to be a new weekly stream series. So I do have to pay my dues. This new series is being brought to you in part with the help of SmartX. So I've got a little video. I'm going to run for you just a little bit about their platform. And then we will get into the charts. SmartX is a groundbreaking DeFi protocol that has successfully tackled impermanent loss, a persistent issue in DeFi. Join them on their journey to redefine the DeFi landscape and unlock new possibilities in the world of decentralized finance. With their innovative solution, they have turned the tables, transforming impermanent loss to impermanent gain. Discover how SmartX's state-of-the-art technology works and learn how you can benefit from this unprecedented development in DeFi. Our platform is user-friendly, secure, and designed to maximize your earnings. Stay connected with the SmartX team and community and get the latest updates by following all their social media channels. I'll leave all of those in the description of this video. Let's get back to the shitcoining. Thanks to the SmartX team for sponsoring this new stream, guys. All right, let's get into the shitcoins, okay? So the first one that we had done up is Pepe, and there was just nothing for me here, right? So like all the action on Pepe, in my opinion, I've missed. So we had this kind of daily OB. So I'm like, okay, this thing full retraced. It's into this daily OB. You know, I think maybe there was some shorts on Pepe up here that would have been quite nice, quite tantalizing. But now it's kind of just doing that whole slow death thing from the looks of it. So there's nothing really for me here, right? We're on the H12. Do we have an SFP of this low? Technically, yeah. So what I would look for, and again, this is going to be barring the rest of the market not completely shitting the bed, right? So assuming the market doesn't completely shit the bed, if Pepe can make a market structure break above here, then it might be interesting for a long up into here, maybe these highs, maybe even as high as here. But unless it gets above this level here, and I don't know what the fuck this level is, some very small number, 0.0000000096576. But like over this 12-hour high, if we get a 12-hour close through there, okay, then I might be interested in longing a pullback. And that's obviously going to depend on Bitcoin potentially doing anything remotely good. You know, like the S&P 500's at 4,400. Everything is fucking ripping. 4,400 on S&Q, 15,300 on NQ on the NASDAQ, the Dow Jones even poking high, the weakest of the three, right? But like, look at the monthly on SPX. Look at the monthly on NQ. Look at the monthly on Bitcoin. Okay? One of these things is not like the other. So I need Bitcoin to step up. It is into weekly demand here, right? We have this weekly demand that I've been waiting on forever. Within this weekly demand, there's a swing low here that I like. So maybe we trade below there. Maybe we don't trade that low at all and we put in a signal here. Maybe we trade all the way to the bottom here. I don't know yet. But for any of these long scenarios to play out on the shitcoins we're going to cover, we need Bitcoin to go sideways at worst and at best up. Okay? And right now, my bias is still for down on crypto, or on Bitcoin. So you got to be very careful. We got squeezed a little bit here. Came up into the 12-hour bearish order block. We got a nice H12 high right here. So maybe we run this high and then another leg down. I don't know. But I'm just watching in this box. So we've just touched it. Do we get weakness in this box? Or not? We came in there, rejected. We start coming up in here and we put in some sort of trigger, right? That I can short, then by all means I will. But if we grind up in here and there's no short trigger, if we can reclaim this box, then I think we might get some sort of significant rally, right? So we would have to get above like here, 26,500. Then maybe we get a big bounce. But until then, I think lower is still more likely, but above there, sure. So for longs on altcoins, I really want to see Bitcoin above here. But you also have to remember Bitcoin dominance is really strong. So Bitcoin might be the better long anyways. Regardless, though, I'm waiting to see if Bitcoin shows weakness here. So keep that in mind when I'm talking about some of these altcoin longs, okay? Nat gas long, absolutely smashing. Big day up today. Very nice. Okay, shitcoin summary. So Pepe. So assume Bitcoin doesn't die. That's the preface for everything I'm about to say. Get above here, might be interested in a long. Above here. Market structure break above there, might be interested in a long. Okay? Otherwise, I don't want to touch this thing. There's no support lower that I can see until way the fuck down here. On the short side, right? Like we just SFP'd the low. So if we break above the high here, I might be interested in a long. But if we sweep this high or this high, like we SFP, we come up and wick through and close below, then I would look to short and expect another leg down. Okay, but for now, the SFP is on the downside. If we get an MSB, I might be interested in longing. Inge, this one played out pretty good. We had this weekly target, right, of this low, and then a potential second target of this weekly demand down here. We were trading in this H12 range. I said, I think we get a bounce, and then down to the weekly target. Got the bounce, sold down to the weekly target. I don't know if any of you shorted this. I haven't checked the Discord Winch channel in a bit, but that was the plan from when we did this last video. Little bounce down to here. That's what we're seeing for now. So we can now delete this. Okay. Look at the weekly. Again, potential SFP here. I'm not interested in longing anything, right? Unless we get some sort of bullish market structure on the lower time frames. And relative to the weekly, that lower time frame is the H12. If we start trading above here on Inge, I might be interested in longing a pullback for a retracement. But if we sweep this high, or we get above here but then reject from this bearish order block, I think eventually we trade down to this area here. So the bearish scenario, peak above there, trade back down to here. The bullish scenario is get above here and hold, and then maybe you take longs with your invalidation here towards these highs and that swing high up there. Okay, RNDR, I don't remember what the analysis was. I think just, hey, we have a weekly order block here that we're trading into. So we're in there now. We're trading below that old weekly low. So again, you can treat that very much like an SFP, and we also have a 12-hour SFP here. But, you know, this is an old weekly low. It's not quite an SFP, but we're trading below an old weekly low. We're back above now. So that gives you a very easy way to define your risk. Market structure level there. Again, just like Pepe, the only way I would be interested in taking this trade is if we got an H12 close above here. Then maybe I'll get in a long invalidation here, something like that. I have no interest in doing it longing just here. And again, just like on Pepe, if we sweep any of these highs, SFP any of these highs, and show rejection on the lower time frame, I will then short, expecting this low to get blown out. There are some potential longs setting up, but again, it's all dependent on BTC. And the reason I'm staying on the H12 is because the entire market is in a downtrend. Bitcoin is in a downtrend. Ethereum's in a downtrend. Most of these alts are in a downtrend. I'm not interested in getting in a counter trend long, because that's what a long would be right now on the hourly time frame. I'd want to see some sort of clue on a more significant time frame that maybe we're getting a short-term shift, right? And then I might hop in, okay? But for now, chilling, not longing any of these, but there's areas where they might be interesting. Link, we had drawn this power of 3, right? I said we have accumulation, manipulation into demand, then expansion. So we actually got the move below the consolidation into here. So whether this is as deep as it goes into here, I doubt, but this is a monthly zone, right? So this is a huge box. So Bitcoin could go way lower and Link could trade way deeper into here and still be within this monthly order block. And then if it gets above this, after deviating below this entire consolidation, if it trades below, it just started, but if it trades below and then gets back above, not like right now, like if it trades deep into it or is below it for a significant amount of time and then get back above, that's a really bullish fucking setup, right? Because your entry is on the reclaim, your stop is at the low. This is the exact setup that got me bullish on Bitcoin near the lows. Okay, I'll just pull that up right now. I'm spilling some alpha today. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. But the sauce is pouring out. Do you see what the jersey says? You probably can't see. But it says All Neck City. And then that jar in the back says Sauce Boss. And as you can see, it is spilling. Because that's what I'm doing. Spilling sauce. Lots of educational shit going on here. So that exact thing I just explained on Link is what Bitcoin did. You had the very long consolidation. We broke below. Traded below for a while, got back inside, expansion the other way. Right there. That's exactly what I'm showing you could potentially play out here on Link. But that, again, remember, this is a monthly zone. Bitcoin could go way lower. This could come way further down. It's not, what you don't need to focus on is how deep it goes into here. I'm not trying to catch the knife on Link. But if I come back to Link in a few months and it's like this, I want to be longing it. Okay? The dick and balls pattern. Reclaim the right nut. then bust the fucking load in the other direction. Jesus Christ. Fuck. My mom watches these. So does my dad. Okay. With that out of the way. This one played out the best, I think, of the analysis that I did on any of the other coins. So we had this weekly order block here. Came down to the H12. Said, okay, within the weekly order block, we tagged it. We have an internal market structure shift here, right? So the H12 makes a low, a high, a higher high. And then I'm like, okay, we've got these highs here. We've got H12 demand, and we were trading up here. I said, maybe we sweep below this low into the demand, reclaim, push up. So that would have been the only one of these, I think, that I actually like had a trade idea that would have made sense, like based on the drawing I did. A lot of the other ones, like I didn't have a trade idea here. This one I did, but I didn't lay it out. I mean, this one would have worked. This one worked, right? We got the bounce and the drop. Render, I didn't have anything, but again, right? Like I'll do this on these so we know for next time, right? Same with this. If it gets the MSB, might be interesting, right? Link, we're just watching. But this one, the squiggle, ended up squiggling. The squiggle did some squiggling. I did not chart, or I did not trade Caspa, but whoever suggested it, there you go. The analysis played out. So if you want to learn how I get into these trades more than I just explained to you now, go watch me chart this in the last video live and then see how it played out. And that will add to your understanding. That's what this means. Add, sign language. Okay, so that one worked out pretty nice. This one, so this is exactly what I'm talking about for Pepe and Render right now. It has to get above here, MSB, for me to be interested. That was the plan here. If it got above there, MSB, I'm interested. Never happened. There's no trade. Okay, so if you don't get the signal, the trigger, there's no trade. It's that simple, right? So never MSB, no trade. Let's see where we're at now. We're just deeper into this weekly zone here. Don't really see a setup here. I mean, maybe a breaker like this kind of. But similar to the last drawing and to those other charts, if I don't see the bullish shift in market structure, I have no interest in getting in. So someone in the chat is saying there's a good clean trade on RNDR right now on the M15, M30, and the H1. H1. Let's see. So I don't know. I don't know what the trade is that he sees. Maybe it's like this is a breaker or something. M15, M30. I don't know. I don't know what trade he sees, but I'm not really interested in trying to catch the bottom on some of these altcoins on the hourly chart just based on how the rest of the market looks. I'd rather try and find when Bitcoin's going to bottom and then look for alts that get bullish and put in bullish shifts and then get in those. So again, this is similar to a zero, right? I said, hey, if we get above this high, then I might be interested in longs. As you can see, we did not get above that high. So let's see where we are now. We're trading below that demand. I guess you could argue then we're into here, but this is nothing of interest to me right now on this chart. No H12 sweeps. Maybe a sweep of one of these lows might be a long idea. Right? Like maybe a sweep below and then up. I don't know. Or on the flip side, if we sweep any of these highs, I think you continue to short this thing. Gala, I don't know what I had here even. I think we just had nothing. We were into this, we're into this high time frame breaker, but just waiting to see if this was going to be an SFP. As you can see, there was no SFP. We're now deeper into this breaker here. We came all the way down to this last candle before that move. Like this is the OB. But there's nothing here for me on the H12 yet. need to see some sort of shift, right? The MSB is way up here, so maybe we get a higher high above here, right? Maybe we get a higher high above here. Then there's a start. I don't know, though. LTC, I think I had going down. Yeah. Right, so LTC, I had trading down into this low. Probably the weekly SFP'd. Yeah, so weekly SFP, my thoughts were we take out this low. You can see that happening now. Taking out the low. Delete all of this shit. So on a weekly time frame, you know, this is our range still. So we're in the lower part of the range. So you could watch and see how this weekly candle closes relative to this wick. We turn this wick into an SFP, then there might be a lower time frame long, right? That's a 12-hour candle. That's 12-hour, or that's a weekly SFP. So you guys see the weekly candle close. The 12-hour, you kind of have your breaker potential. So again, would need to see an MSB up here. Would need to see the weekly close as an SFP, so above 74.52. Or no, sorry. Above whatever this fucking level is. 75.30. Weekly has to close above there. And then maybe there's longs up here. But for now, again, not touching. ARB. I had an arrow pointing to here. So it went there and then went a lot lower. I don't really remember. Just look where we are right now. Looks like shit. Right? Made a new low on the weekly. The H12 sweeped here? No. No. So this just looks heavy. Again, Bitcoin needs to turn around first. Right? But this is 12-hour chart, downtrend. So all I'm really marking up here, guys, is just literally the lower highs. And I want to see, right, if we're in a downtrend, I want to see eventually a lower high get taken the fuck out for me to give any confidence that there might be a reversal in the making, right? So that would be here on this coin. On ARB. Joe came below the lows into demand here. Again, we're on the weekly time frame. I would watch and see how it closes relative to that swing low. That's the one I would be watching. And just like on ARB and LTC, right? Go down to the H12, find the high. That potentially is making that SFP. We got to get above there at the very least. So I think I had this as a potential bounce area, right? Order block here. Clearly, no bounce. We're just trading in this demand zone. This is the low I would watch. No, never mind. It closed below. Yeah, I would wait and see on this one. See if you get some sort of SFP, something to work with here. Maybe we run this low. You could use this low and say, okay, a reclaim of this low is effectively the same thing as an SFP. But there's cleaner charts out there. All right, so let's start with some new coins. I want to look at XRP. And then don't say any coins yet, please. I want to read the questions in the chart before it gets bombarded with your fucking bags. We're starting with XRP, though. Okay. But I'm going to read the chat real quick and just get caught up. Let's like the video. 160 people watching live. Only 41 likes on the vid, guys. Come on. Okay. Impermanent gains. Exactly. That's what we're all looking for. We don't actually want impermanent gains. We want permanent gains. We want the ones that stick around. This guy wants to see dung. We did RNDR. Main, please market buy and Sef Pepe. No. Giula. Sazandi. Giula Sazandi. What would your BTC short trigger be? I think I kind of covered it already. But again, I need to see some sort of weakness form. Like this could be it. They could just fucking roll over from here. But I don't know. I want to see maybe a sweep of this high or these highs and then a rejection. Then I'd get in. Pepe only paid for a week of market making. There you go. I'm still 5x on my Pepe Moonbag. Good for you, bro. I'm jealous. Look at equities, foo. I looked at equities in my Monday stream. This is shitcoin summer. We look at shitcoins here, brother. The shitcoin coin assures. Mother of pearl necklaces. We're back. We're so fucking back, brother. S-Dex bag is full. Let's go, casino. Stinky Linky. Very stinky. Great content, very educational. You're goddamn right, sir. Yo, Danny Diaz. Okay. How many different trading models do you use? Do you trade one on all accounts or separate models? I have one general system that I trade for most markets. And then I have a second system that uses the same concept as the first system. It's just a lower time frame kind of version that is specifically for trading equities, so indices and Forex pairs around London and New York sessions. Okay, so when short setup on room with ones to go down still. So here's the thing, man. Very simply, any of these coins, right? If Bitcoin continues to be weak, if any of these coins put in an H12 SFP or even like an H4 SFP, I want you to go and look for a short on a lower time frame. So if any of these coins put in a sweep, right? Run above a high and then a low. It's like if render, see how up here, like this coin, this is a bad example. Let's use this, GMX, right? Very clearly a downtrend here. If at any point this runs any of these highs and is a failure, so whether it's an SFP or a failure like this, where it goes above and gets right back below, I want you to look to short it. Same thing here. Trades above this high, okay? Then breaks below, I want you to be short biased. We're doing the inverse here. If it breaks above the high, then we can maybe get in a long. But if any of these highs that are preceding, right, get swept, go look for shorts. Render was been bullish. So yeah, it can absolutely. So if it, again, remember, if it breaks above here, I might want a long. But if it sweeps any of these highs, right, or comes up to here and sweeps or rejects, short it for these lows here, 100%. Okay, so XRP, I have a trade idea that I am going to give you. This is a trade that I will take if it triggers. So this is like a gift from me to you. And it's only a gift if it works. If it doesn't work, then I guess it was like a lump of coal, wasn't it? Wasn't it? All right, but if it does work, you all owe me and need to name your firstborn son order block. Okay? So we have our range here on the weekly, right? And I said XRP is kind of looking good. It's kind of looking a little spicy picante. But then we came up and we just raided the range high again. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe this thing's not so spicy picante. And it's actually not cool at all. No picante. So we had a weekly SFP. Okay. You have your 12-hour breaker here. And we've broken market structure on the downside. Can't quite see it on the H12, but on the H6 there, you can very clearly see we have two lows here that we've closed below. So now if XRP comes up into this gray box, there are two ways you can trade this. You can literally enter as soon as it tags the box with your stop above that wick, and your target, I think, would be into these lows initially, and then the range low. That's way number one. Way number two is wait for price to get in here and then go on the lower time frame and look for a sell trigger, right? And get in there. That would have a tighter stop, right? And probably a better entry. And then you could just target these lows and these lows. You don't even need to hold it all the way to the range lows. But I will try and get in one of those two ways. I will either just enter as soon as we tag it, or I'll wait and go on the low time frame, okay, and look for an entry to get short, okay? That's what the fuck I'd do. So if this works out, I told you so. All of you have to name your kid Order Block or any of the variations that you put in the chat. Young OB, Order Block Simpson, O Block, I would accept. OB, I would accept. Okay. I might even accept Breaker Block. But if it works, you owe me. If it doesn't work, I'm just going to pretend that I never said any of this. All right. Who has a suggestion of another coin? I'm not going to do as many as last time because you saw it took like 30 minutes just to go over the old ones. So we'll do like 5 total. So we have XRP. We'll do 4 more. Any alts I'm eyeing for next cycle for a hold? I think the altcoins that have the highest upside potential, right, that are going to do the biggest multiple next bull run, probably don't exist yet, or are like super, super underground. And I just don't follow that world at all. Like they're not on any major exchanges. It's going to be some sort of AI coin or some sort of new narrative coin, and it's going to blow every other old altcoin out of the water. Order Block Kenobi, OB Kenobi. I like that. Is there an essential way to claim taxes on net gains when you trade in Canada? From Toronto, by the way. Nate Garbia, or Gariba. Nathan Gariba. Is there an essential way to claim taxes on net gains? I don't know what you mean by essential, but Nathan, my advice, not financial, of course, or legal or accounting advice, would be to get in touch with an accountant and a legal team to help you make sure that you're paying your taxes properly. If you live in the communist state of Canada, like I do. Maine, I'm going to make you rich. Okay, bro. Send me money right now. Prove it. Okay, ladies. Let's do... I've seen a lot of people talk about this ladies coin, so I want to look at it. What are you saying? 1,000 ladies? How do I pull it up? 1000x ladies. Why is it not showing up for me? Is this it? Okay, we're doing this. Look at this fucking piece of shit. Okay. So yeah, nothing here on the weekly or the monthly, right? 3-day. We've got some resistance. Now, whatever this coin is or does, I have no fucking clue. What it looks like is some people who got access to their tokens here, or God forbid bought them here, are in a world of hurt in a very short period of time. This is 1 month basically of time, and it's gone straight down almost the entire time. So if you bought anywhere outside of the last 10 days, you are underwater on this token. Bailey Kelly, sending love from Osman. Love your channel. Thanks, Bailey. Appreciate that, bro. Okay. So the 3-day has a very clear level. I love levels like this because this is very clearly, this is the 3-day chart, right? This is your bias level. And I know it's 3 days, so it's high time frame. But if we start trading above here, then who knows what the fuck happens. But this is probably a very strong low for at least a period of time. Anytime you get this kind of thing, and then this floor is reclaimed, usually a good chance that whatever this trading below there is in for a little while, right? So your risk is easily defined. So yeah, if we get above here, then sure, might be interested in looking at this thing. This is on the highest time frame that has any sort of detail, the 3-day. Okay, but a lot of alts that look like this, they do this, right? They go down, sideways, down, and then they come up to that floor. Everyone gets bullish, and then they just go down again, sideways, down, come up to the floor. Everyone gets bullish, down, right? Just this thing. You've seen this all over your bags, all over the charts and the coins that you've held for too long. So this could be the very first of those floor tests that just rejects. We don't know, but we'll wait and see. You can refine that 3-day level on the 12-hour here. So it's even, this is the 3-day zone, but the 12-hour zone's smaller. Okay. The H12 has, you know, higher highs and higher lows here. Something to, you know, pay attention to potentially. But just like on the 3-day, right? Here's your floor, right? See how it rejected first and then it busts through. So we could reject from here and then go through. It's kind of like a fractal. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe a pullback into here. And then you want to see this hold, right? So if you're bullish on whatever the fuck this coin is, you want to see this next pullback not get below this former range and then push up and make a new high at least above here. That's the only bullish situation that I see. Okay. The bearish situation would be trading back below here. Then this just looks like a deviation. I'm going to just clean this up and use levels here. Okay. So there's ladies. Ladies. Ronnie for bags. How dare you, John? You don't even know. I own a shitload of fucking Ronnie as well. Sigh. You know, when you support the homies and it just hurts because it never makes you any money. Gotta love that. Gotta love supporting your friends and their projects and all of them going to zero. How come one of my friends can't just launch something that makes a shitload of money and I get a bunch of equity in it? I own the token. Why can't that happen? Why can't no one in my network of all these fucking people online be like, yo, Maine, buy into this. And then it becomes a fucking multi-billion-dollar MCAP thing. That would be cool. Okay. We're going real shitty. Okay, Ocean. Someone says Ocean is an AI coin. Let's take a look. Like, oh, is this an AI coin? This was around last cycle. It's AI? Okay. If you say so, brother. So this thing looks like it had an entire market cycle. There's your complacency shoulder. And this looks like, you know, potentially the start of something new. Maybe, right? We've come into, so we've had a full market cycle, right? Your Wall Street cheat sheet, euphoria, right? The drop, complacency, then death and despair, right? There you go. So we've got monthly demand here, right? So we've had this long drawn out sideways period for multiple months, then a break in market structure here, retest with a sweep. So on the monthly, that looks okay. Now remember, this is the monthly. This can take forever to play out. So the first thing you want to see here on the monthly is you want to see this candle close above this low. The month of June needs to close above this low here at 28.5. 28 cents. Okay, looking at the weekly now, you have that same sweep. Okay, so we broke out. We're now retesting. We ran this low. So very simply put, on the weekly, right, we're able to get above here on the weekly, this actually becomes something that I would be potentially interested in looking to long because it's got really high time frame potential bullishness. Monthly, it's going to take forever to find out if this plays out. But the weekly, we get above 43 cents, then I'm like high time frame thinking this thing goes much higher. Scale it down even more on the H12, right? The first thing we'd want to see is some bullish H12 structure. We have a low, higher low. I would say we got to get above, here. That's a good sign. And then we look for that weekly break up here, and that would be a really good sign. So not awful looking, but again, any sort of bearishness because of like if the market looks like it's going to roll over, I'm going to be bearish on alts. But this alt looks a lot more bullish than ladies. So if Bitcoin's going to drop, I would rather short a ladies than an ocean. No different than if you're trying to decide to short Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever, you can try and find one that is weaker, right? You got a bag of party Bob Lax Gigarugged. Yeah, I know. It's crazy how many, respected, as much as someone on Twitter can be respected, OGs just full on grifted over the last couple of years. Like there are some names, I'm not going to name names because I'm not interested in the drama. But there are some very obvious things where it's like, seems like a cash grab. Like during meme season, and even before with some of the people that launched projects in the last cycle and raised a bunch of money, and then where the fuck did it go? But I'm not going to name names. It's not my business. See, I'm not going to grift you like that, guys. I will grift advertisers and then I won't charge you anything. That's the grift. I will whore myself out to advertisers, but I'm not going to charge you or cost you any money. That's how I can morally make it make sense, but at the same time, not let all the opportunity where all these other people are just fucking taking all the money that's just hanging out there, just completely letting it go. Bob bought a house and a car with party money. That's crazy. I posted about that one and was like, is this a grift? And he said no. And I think Zach XBT said no. So I don't really know, but crazy. Do you think ETH goes to triple digits in your personal opinion, and what would the likelihood be? If I knew the likelihood of ETH going to triple digits, I'd be a very rich man because I would know exactly when to buy, right? I have no fucking idea. But if you look at Ethereum, right, is going back to the triple digits possible? Absolutely, right? If Bitcoin trades to 19K, and this just ends up being a big fucking range fake out to the upside, this is the target, right? Like if this is the short here, right? And this is going to continue to sell off, the target is back in the triple digits for sure. And that's what's crazy about the market right now is Bitcoin and Ethereum are very close to shitting the fucking bed, and equities have been mooning and are starting to get towards resistance. So whether equities has another leg or doesn't, right? When that pullback happens, where the fuck is Bitcoin going to be and Ethereum going to be? And if it's where it is now, and then that equities big dump comes, a lot of this shit is going to get very ugly. You want names or names of the tokens. Go find them yourself, guys. It's pretty obvious. Come on. I don't need to say the names. Okay? I don't need to say the names. I don't need to stir the pot. I've stirred the pot enough as is. I've already said too much. All right, guys. I'm going to do one more coin. 2 more coins. 2 more. We said we'd do 5. So 2 more. That's good agua. 2 more coins, homies. Dos más. Bitcoin. I already did Bitcoin. Nice try, bro. Okay. Couple people have asked for Avax. Shane, hi, man. I appreciate your contact. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that comment. You like my content? I like your comments. It's adorable. Okay, so Avax looks awful. So this is a great example of what I'm talking about, and I touched on in the last video with the whole new shiny toy phenomena, right? So we already looked at Inge, brother. Avax, what does it do? Avalanche, what does it do? I don't know. I have no idea. That's not my area of expertise. Did it do anything that it set out to say it was going to do when it raised a bunch of money, when the token price was going nuts, when it initially launched, all that stuff during the mania, right? When these coins launch, they say, here's what we're going to do. Here's our white paper. Here's our vision, blah, blah, blah. So there's the coin, Avax, right? There's the Avalanche platform. Did it accomplish anything that it set out to do? I'm asking. I'm not telling you no, it didn't. I don't really know. Did it? Or did it not? Did it deliver? I don't know. The chart makes it look like it did not deliver, right? Does that mean Avalanche is not being used and couldn't be used in the future? Absolutely not. But think of how many people own this token, right? From higher prices than $11. A lot. So there's overhead supply built in. It already had a narrative, right? It already had a narrative last cycle that made it go gangbusters, because it did. It went fucking gangbusters. Right? Like, what is this? Like 17,000%? Am I crazy? Yeah, like it had a fucking run, man. It had a run. 10, depending on when you bought, 100x, 20x, 30x, 40x, it went on a run. Had narrative, had the whole market behind it, momentum. It was new. Now, people already know what it is. It's already been around. There's a chance it probably isn't accomplishing what it said it was going to accomplish. There's overhead supplies and there's people who already bought it. Does it mean you can't long it and it can't go up and it can't end up being a great coin? Of course not. But in my opinion, just based on the data from previous altcoins in previous cycles, there's going to be new coins that outperform it. Now, if you like Avax, Avalanche as a company, as a product, you use it, by all means, support that by owning the token, interacting with the ecosystem, do whatever the fuck you please. But if you are just a value-driven investor or just trader like me, I think there's more potential upside in coins that don't exist yet or weren't around last cycle that are going to have new narratives, can make promises, and you actually, the masses might believe in them because it's new, right? If Avax or some old coin says, hey, we're going to do something, but you're like, well, that's what you said last time and you didn't do it, right? Maybe this goes to all-time high again. Maybe it does one of these. Doesn't go to all-time high, but has a 10x or something in the next bull run. But there's going to be some random new AI coin or whatever that does a fucking bajillion X. And you would have wished you bought that one. And I've made that mistake in the past, being bullish on 2017 alts in the 2020 cycle. I won't be doing that again. Russell, doing my first challenge with Bespoke right now. Curated my strat from Maine. Time to make a run for the fence. See if I can get the other side. Congrats, bro. So yeah, there's my thoughts on Avax. I didn't even chart it, but there's a rant. And I think that's a good rant. I am happy with how that turned out. Okay, so Avax kind of looks like Link, right? Like just super long consolidation, into old support. The old price floor over here, right? Whatever. You're into support. And it's just consolidating here. It's consolidating here. Link, right, kind of had that clear breakdown of this consolidation here. Whereas Avax is still kind of holding the area, but similar to Link, right? The only way I would want to get in this thing is if it trades below here, right? And then makes like a clean reclaim. And I don't know how long that period of time is. It could trade down here for ages and then a clean reclaim, right? Or it could just trade down here for a little bit and a clean reclaim. But like I need to see similar idea to Link. Trade below, get back above that level, then it starts looking interesting. And yeah, this could go up again. Absolutely. I'm not saying it won't, right? But it's not, I think like if you're just trying to find what the next coin is that's going to do super well in the next bull run, you're better off looking for new shit, spending your times in Discords and Telegrams and dumpster diving for shit that's not on exchanges already, doesn't have a bunch of bag holders, doesn't have a bunch of broken promises and broken dreams and all that fun shit. All right, guys. So Russell says we linked up in Dallas. Oh, what up, bro? Good to see you, man. Do you think stocks are easier to trade than crypto? Less deviations, less takeouts, less liquidity events? I wouldn't say there's less of any of those things. I think there's periods of time where crypto is easier to trade, and there's periods of time where Forex and equities are easier to trade. Right now, being a bull on the S&P 500 has been way easier than being a bull on Bitcoin. Right? And during the bull run on Bitcoin, it's probably better to be a bull on Bitcoin and easier than it was on SPX, right? So that would be the answer to your question. All right, we're going to do one more coin, AKT. We're doing this because you're right. It is my boy, Altcoin Psycho's fat bag, his favorite token. And I am going to shit on it. No, I'm just kidding. So this is one of those ones where like he was a friend and he tried to get me to SEP a node and he tried to get me to buy early and I could have made a bunch of money. But of course I didn't listen. But then someone tells me to buy Chick-fil-A coin and I buy Chick-fil-A coin. So you could argue that we have a market structure break here on the monthly, right? So I know this is the monthly. These are huge ranges, but made a higher high technically. Now we're retesting. So on the lower time frames, right? The weekly, etc. I probably think we trade deeper into here based on just how the rest of the market looks, but maybe we don't. This could be where the low, but I think if this is going to continue higher, the higher low should form in this box. Okay? So like that's how I would play something like this. Like the higher low forms in this box, and then I'm interested in trading this. Whether it's here or deeper, I don't know yet. We got to wait and see. All right, guys. So I'm going to end it here. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys are enjoying the new series. We're going to be back with episode 3 next week. So we got your Monday morning. You got your Monday streams. Tuesday, you get the condensed stream uploaded. Wednesday, you get the jokes. And now you get Shitcoin Summer. You guys are drowning in the content. So if you want to support me, guys, please, 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 the best way to do it is just interact with my shit. Like my tweets, even though so many of my tweets are so dumb. So dumb. I don't share nearly as much alpha on Twitter as I used to. But like my tweets, retweet them, comment. I love being on Twitter, and that's where I want to interact with you guys. It's the easiest way. Like the YouTube videos, rewatch them, share them, subscribe, turn on the notification bells, right? That's going to be the best way to support me. And if you want the alpha, right, you want to be watching my YouTube videos, you want to be in my Telegram, which is the link, my pinned tweet on Twitter. If you go to tradermain.com, it has information about my Discord group, which is free. I'm also in the Haven. So if you want more of me, there's lots of ways to get it. But the free stuff, the easy stuff, like, subscribe, retweet, interact, that's the best way to support me because that's how I'm able to get in contact with these sponsors and things like that to get these, do more of this shit for you guys. So yeah, I want to get to 40K on YouTube. We're getting close. We're like 800 away. So that's pretty exciting. And yeah, follow me on all my socials, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. It's all Trader Main. And then on Discord, I'm official Trader Main. So be careful with that, because if someone reaches you out, Discord has that new system for usernames. Someone took main and trader main already. So if they message you and it's not, their username is not official trader main, it's not me. So be careful. All right, guys. That's all I got. Thank you so much. I appreciate the love and the support. Love you guys.